Hey, Lauren here. Today I just want to talk about the pretty cool but not so awesome Cinder Block Rocket Stove. So my experience with this is I had a bunch of these blocks left over from when I did my garden, and I came across the rocket stove on YouTube, of course, and thought it would be something neat to build, especially since we had a string of power failures at the house, and I wanted something that we could cook on. And so I put it together, and it's obviously a little bit bigger than what you normally see on YouTube. I had a bunch of blocks, so I did the 2 stacks of rocket stoves to essentially make a 4-burner rocket stove. And I chiseled away. I didn't want to make these notches too big because the primary physics between why a rocket stove works is airflow. And the tighter this hole is, the higher the airflow going through the stove. So it burns hotter and faster and everything. So I took the time to chisel out these ports on either side, and they're all relatively the same size. And put together, the bottom block is laid flat, so it's essentially just a platform for the stove. And it works great. We've cooked on it 3 or 4 times, and it burns very hot. It cooks the outside very fast. Matter of fact, it almost cooks too fast. You end up burning the outside and undercooking the inside depending on the thickness of the meat. So my experiences with this, for what it's proposed as, is like an emergency type stove. Yeah, it does work, but I wouldn't expect to cook on it too often, because I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I'll bring the camera closer so you can see the cracks that have formed in this bottom block right here where the actual chamber is. So yeah, like I said, about 4 times is how many times we cooked on it, and some pretty severe cracking has formed. So all in all, I'd say it's a fun DIY project, but I wouldn't expect it to be something that you can build, test, and then save for a rainy day, because after you've tested it a couple of times to make sure you know how it works, how to start it, and things like that, you're pretty much going to have some severe structural issues with it. Alright, so I will show you those cracks now. Alright, so sorry if this is a little shaky. I'm freehanding the camera, but this crack right here is one of the ones that formed. There's a crack right here that's starting to form. And this one's really bad. All down here, it's actually cracked right here. So this block is just free moving. And then there's another crack over here. But all in all, I mean, it does the job good. It burns everything down to the point where it's just ash. I mean, it's phenomenal how great it burns, but the durability of this stove is pretty horrific. I hope this was helpful, and hopefully soon I'll get around to doing one out of some type of metal, which I think would last a lot longer and take up a lot less space. Thanks.